Please welcome Sean again.
Last but not least.
No,
No,
Anja.
Oh, you
Quiet.
haven't
Don't
gone.
forget about
Oh, sorry, Anja. I thought you were there already.
My topic is
All right,
I saw you
so
there.
my topic is increasing cycles through campaigns. And we're going to do that through increased exposure with accountability for more customers, develop team skills, and also reward actions for income producing activities. So I remember like yesterday, I was in Toronto. Anyone been to Toronto before? Yeah? So you know how cold it is in February, right? Some of you that have been there. I was freezing, but all of my attention was on the front stage because Zach and Eden Slobin were on stage, and they were sharing with us how they grew their business right out the gate to get started. So my eyes were glued, I was listening, taking notes, and what they said is that they basically went to a hotel and said, we're not leaving this place until we hit our goal. I was like, wait a second. They went to a hotel and said, we're not going to leave until we hit our goal. To talk to so many people, right? Every day they got out and they talked to more and more people. But they did that little campaign with themselves, with each other. So they had an accountability partner with each other, right? And how many of you think that that's a strategy that you could go out and do right away? Probably not. But I did hear Eden just the other day on a social media, Facebook Live, say that they still take those principles and apply them to their daily business to keep growing. In fact, she was saying she came home late one night, and Zach was there, and he said, did you talk to your 10 people, right? And she's like, oh man, I'm 3 people away. So she got on her shoes, went back out, went to the supermarket. She didn't need to buy anything, but she went to the supermarket until she got those 3 additional contacts. So they're still applying those same principles that they did right at the beginning of their business in their daily activities. So how many of you are making new contacts, 1 new contact a day? Yeah? Good. What would it do to your business if you could increase that to 10 contacts a day? Would that be awesome?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want to hear how one strategy that you could do that, one campaign?
Yes.
That everybody could do?
Yes.
All right. It has to do with this little guy right here. It could really be with any product that you could take with you. Take 10 of these with you and set a goal. Get some people that want to do this with you and create that thing on social media. I can't remember what it's called.
It's campaign.
Well, I'm actually thinking of your accountability with Marco Polo. So you can create a Marco Polo group and then go out with 10 of these in that same group and let people know when you've given one of these away, right? And hold yourself accountable through that. But don't come home, right, until you've given these all away. Now, that may seem a little bit scary to someone. So how does this work? Do I have a volunteer? Any volunteers? Kristen, come on up.
Okay.
So Kristen, I'm going to give it a Kristen big. Where are you from, Kristen?
I'm
No, just
from-
kidding.
Go back.
So Kristen, let's say we just met, and I noticed we got talking that you could use some energy, right? So it's simple as this. You know what? I happen to have something that can really help you with your energy. If I gave this to you, would you connect with me on Facebook so I can find out how you liked it?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then you connect through Facebook. It's that simple. So thank you, Kristen. Give her a big round of applause. We can also develop team skills through these campaigns. So somebody that comes to mind when I think of team skills, I was actually in Missoula, Montana. Anyone been to Missoula? No? Nobody? That's probably because it's a really small town out in the middle of nowhere. But it's very beautiful, and there's not that many people. So I'm thinking, as I go to this to meet with people in their business, and I'm thinking, it's kind of a small town. Am I really going to find anybody that's going to really know what they're doing with network marketing? There's not that many people to talk to in Missoula. And I sit down, I have this day with about 10 different people. And the first thing I ask them is, can you share with me your story? And as I hear their stories, you can tell if they know how to share their story. A story is a skill that we need to have, right? And you can tell, I could tell right away from sitting down that the leader of this group really knew how to develop that skill amongst their team. And that leader happened to be Ryan and Becca Johnson. And if you know Ryan and Becca Johnson, they are now making $75,000 a month. So Eric Worre at our recent Influencer Summit, he said, the organizations with the most skills win. and we can see that's true. So you can do campaigns. One campaign that you could do with this is actually if you're doing a Zoom call, Experience Isogenic Zoom call, you can not only do your presenting, but you can have your team develop their skills. So maybe when they hit manager, they are expected to get on that call and start presenting too. So that's a great way that you can do that and set the campaign. By hitting a rank, you can then present. So rewarding actions for income producing activities. How many of you follow Laura Stevens or Kelly Dickerhoof on social media? So you probably saw this post. They're at, what is it? I don't shop there. Kendra Scott.
Yes.
I've never heard of it until then.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a really nice brand. Anyone shop at Kendra Scott? Yeah? Okay. So would you love shopping at Shopping Spree at Kendra Scott?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? So that's one thing that Laura and Kelly Dickerhoof do really well is they actually set up, not anybody could just go with them, right, to this Kendra Scott. It was rewarding those people that had income producing activities, rank advancing to executive, that got to go there. And by posting it on social media, it created this sense of community, but also a fear of missing out if you weren't there, part of the team participating. So that's another great example of how you can create income producing activities within your team through campaigns. And as we do that, you're definitely going to see an increase in your cycles.